Let's head over to Cote d'Ivoire now, where former President Laurent Gbagbo has returned to the country after spending 7 years in the custody of the International Criminal Court. He'd been charged for crimes against humanity, but was eventually acquitted. Gbagbo's return comes following negotiations between his camp and the current government. Upon reaching Cote d'Ivoire's commercial capital, Abidjan, the former head of state was greeted with much fanfare and excitedly welcomed by his supporters. Here's more on that report from CGTN's Asta.
After 10 years in exile, former Ivorian President Laurent Gbagbo has returned to Cote d'Ivoire. This comes after the International Criminal Court acquitted him in 2019. He faced charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity for his role in the 2010 Civil War. The war was triggered after Gbagbo refused to leave office and concede defeat to the current president, Alassane Ouattara.
I am glad to be back in Cote d'Ivoire and Africa.
Despite his absence, he has remained an influential figure in Ivorian politics. A number of his loyal supporters were on hand to greet him at the airport. Security forces were deployed in Abidjan, with police firing off tear gas to disperse hundreds of supporters at Abidjan's airport.
He's arrived, it's finished. Tomorrow will be a holiday. He came back, it's finished, it's finished, it's finished.
Gbagbo's return comes after negotiations between his camp and the government of his successor, President Alassane Ouattara. Despite being acquitted by the ICC, Gbagbo still faces a 20-year prison sentence handed in 2019 after being charged with misappropriating funds from the central bank. While President Ouattara said his predecessor was free to return, it is not yet clear if the government will issue a pardon. Asta, CGTN.
For analysis on the probable impact of Gbagbo's return to Cote d'Ivoire, earlier we spoke with Justin Dua from the Electoral Institute for Sustainable Democracy in Africa. He explained why the former president remained popular in Cote d'Ivoire.
It's not surprising that Gbagbo received this warm reception because he has been viewed by his supporters like a martyr during the 10 years of trial and what he went through. And he's still very popular because people see him as a hero. Yeah, we should see the impact in, it's like a twofold impact. First, you see the party of Laurent Gbagbo was deeply divided between his strong supporters called Hiego and the other people who kept one part of the party. So firstly, at the internal level, the arrival of Gbagbo will be an opportunity to put the two parts of the party together for unity. And the second impact will be national reconciliation because the absence of Gbagbo was a real difficulty in terms of reconciling the Ivorians. I think the authorities have no choice. Gbagbo remained very popular. He's a strong leader. His party was divided, as I said, but the party will soon come back to unity. And he's a key player. We cannot avoid Gbagbo's participation in the political landscape. No, they have no choice, I think.